Hey everyone, I'm Marcus Burnett, WordPress designer and developer. Today I want to show you a plugin I developed that provides Elementor widgets for Restrict Content Pro. Let's take a look. Alright, to get started, I've gone ahead and set up a site and included Elementor, Elementor Pro, and Restrict Content plugins, and my plugin ELEMRCP. I'll have a link in the description for where to download ELEMRCP. I've also gone to membership levels in Restrict Content Pro, and I've set up just a couple of example levels for bronze, silver, and gold. That way we have something to look at when we go to create a registration form. So I'll hop over to my blank page, and this is just a blank page that's has an Elementor header and footer, but we're going to add some content, specifically the Restrict Content Pro registration form. So let's edit this page with Elementor, and once that loads in, we have our normal Elementor layout, and we can scroll down on the side here until we get to the section for Restrict Content Pro. And at the moment there's a login form and a registration form. We'll look at the login form in just a minute, but we're going to start with the registration form. So I'll drag this out into our Elementor section, and already we have a Restrict Content Pro registration form for someone to go ahead and sign up. But there are some things that we can do to customize it. So over here in the Elementor sidebar, we can select which membership levels we want to include, and they're all listed automatically. So if we just wanted the bronze and the gold, we could pick those two, and as you can see, it updates to just show the bronze and the gold. But we're going to go ahead and leave that at all of them. Leaving it blank will show all of them. If you want the very first one to be selected by default, then that's fine. You can leave it as is. Otherwise, you can choose which level you want selected by default. So if we wanted gold selected by default, I would pick gold. And now you can see that that one is selected by default. There are a few strings of text that you can customize. A couple of them we can't see at the moment because we're logged in and not already registered, but if I change this logged in header, you can see I'll change it to something like upgrade today, and you can see that it changes upgrade today up here at the top. There's also an auto renewal checkbox here that can be checked or unchecked, and if you don't want to show that at all, you can just toggle that to hide, and that way the auto renewal checkbox won't show. If we move on to the Style tab, there's some styling options here. For the heading, this upgrade today, we can change all of the font and text properties. So let's change this to uppercase, maybe give it some spacing, maybe we make it a little less bold, and then we can also come in here and change the color. So if we want to change this to maybe an orange color, we can do that as well. And then we'll slide over to the options table part, and that's this right here that has the border. If you don't want a border at all, you can choose solid and change the width to 0, and that will get rid of the border entirely. Or you can add a border if you want a border around that section, and that includes also being able to change the color. So let's say that we want maybe also an orange border around that. Next, we can change the margin if you want to create some space around it. Let's just maybe do a top margin of 10 and a bottom margin of 10. I think that's the default, so let's change it to 20 just so we can see something. You know what, let's just go ahead and make it 30. Now you can see we've given ourselves some more space on top and bottom. And then if you want some space inside, then we'll want to change the padding. So let's also do 30 in this case and give ourselves some space inside. This simple list style toggle right here, Restrict Content Pro by default, these are dumped in here as a HTML unordered list, which comes with its own spacing and padding in these list bullets. So if we toggle this on, it just gets rid of some of the basic HTML list styling. and gives us a little bit of a cleaner look. And then you can see that these are bunched together a little bit, so what we can do is we can use this slider to give them some room, and that way you can see each one of them individually. The Advanced tab gives you everything that's usually in an Elementor Advanced tab. There's nothing custom here to this plugin, that's just all Elementor defaults. So let's update that and save our page, and then we can see what this looks like just by toggling this closed over here. I also have a window open where we're not logged in, so I can refresh this page and we'll see that it has the login button and the user information if you're not logged in to go ahead and create a user while you're updating or while you're upgrading your membership level. And all of that shows up here on the front side when you're not logged in. So let's hop back over here, and real quick before I end this video for today, let's go ahead and remove that, and we'll add the login form just so we can see what that looks like. This one's pretty simple. There's not going to be much to see here because we're logged in while we're editing in Elementor, but the one option that you can select at the moment is to add in a link or a page where the user would redirect after they log into the website. So let's go ahead and update that, and we'll switch back over to our logged out version and refresh. And you'll see now that you have the username, password, remember me, all of that, and the login button. And that's ELEMRCP. I'm going to continue adding more features to that plugin over time, but you can go ahead and download the plugin now. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Until next time.